What's going on, guys? I'm Mason. This is Disney Lorcana, and today we're going to be ranking the top 10 best cards from the Azurite Sea Set 6 in the meta so far. So let's dive right into it. Number 10, Alice Savvy Sailor, a 3-cost uninkable, 1/4 quest for 2. She's a Dreamborn hero with Ward and special ability Ahoy. Whenever this character quests, another chosen character of yours gains an extra lore and gains Ward until the start of your next turn. So she has Ward, 4 willpower, quest for 2, already a good body. And then the fact that she gives Ward to another card is just so good. It's basically like she quests for 3 because she gives someone else a lure. And then standing her back up with Sven, I've seen this in the Amber Sapphire deck. Such a good card. Just a good aggro threat, gives your other stuff Ward, gets around some of those targeted removal cards. All right, coming in at number 9, Simba, Pride Protector, another uninkable card, a 5-cost, 4/4, quest for 2. You can shift him for 3. He's a Floodborn hero prince, like a prince like our other Simba cards so far. Understand the balance. At the end of your turn, if this character is exerted, you may ready your other characters. Basically like the Vigilance effect from Magic the Gathering, if you've played that game. But yeah, so as long as he's exerted at the end of your turn, which could be as early as turn 3 if you shift him, all your other characters are ready back up. It's a really cool, it's like Bodyguard, but the next level of Bodyguard ability. A really good card, really cool ability. Pairs well with another new Amber card, which we will, hint hint, talk about a little bit more to come in the video. Number 8, the White Rose, like a baby goat, as I like to call it, or a half goat. So you only get the extra lore when you play the character, but it's a 3-cost inkable, 3/3 quest for 1. Wealth of Happiness. Play the card, get a lore. That simple. It's a great body to have on 3, and the tempo from the lore gain is a really good card. All right, number 7, Calhoun Marine Sergeant. Oh, this card is so cool, so much fun. It's like the anti-aggro card. As much as Azurite Sea has sped up the meta, this card is here to take advantage of that. A 2-cost, uninkable 3/2 with resist 1. Resist so valuable. And then level up during your turn. Whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, gain 2 lore. It's like Robin Hood, but on turn 2. It's so crazy. It's not going to die to very much on turn 2 when you play it. Like its first challenge, it's probably going to stick around, and they're going to have to find a way to deal with it. Very good card so far. All right, let's move on. Number 6, Diablo, Obedient Raven. Now, this is just an uncommon card, and I've got it up here pretty high, but I'm a big fan of this card. I think it just keeps the tempo and the card advantage for purple decks even further than it's already been. It's a 0/1, it's not challenging for much, but when it's banished, you may draw a card. Now, it doesn't give you the board control like the Chernobog 1-drop. It doesn't have that option of 2 strength if you need it. And then the Broom, you can play it and then banish it on the same turn by playing another character. It doesn't necessarily have that flexibility either, but what it does do is it guarantees you when you play this card, unless they do some crazy action to put this character into your inkwell, they have to banish it, or you're just going to keep getting lore. And then when they do, you're drawing a card, keeping card advantage. Such a good card. It's good against those Emerald decks that like to discard. You just play this thing, go to town questing. They got to deal with it. And then, it's good against the anti-aggro stuff because you're going to be drawing cards, playing more characters. It's a good body. It helps purple decks a lot. Number 5, Go-Go Tamago. Really cool card concept. You may pay an extra 2 after playing this character. It's a 2-cost inkable, 2/1 lore with evasive. Goes great into these evasive decks. We're seeing a lot more evasive cards from this set. And then when you play it, you can pay 2 extra to gain lore equal to the damage on chosen opposing character. This card just messes with your opponents. They're always going to be questioning if they can afford to leave their characters exerted, if they can afford to challenge, seeing quest, because they know this card can be in your hand. You could jump up massive amounts of lore in just 1 card. Really cool. And then bouncing it, recurring that effect, you can just tempo people out of the game. It's a really good card, really powerful effect from set 6 so far. So, all right, number 4, Lilo, Escape Artist. Now, I might be a little bit biased putting Lilo this high up there, but I love this card. And it's the first of its kind. So it's a 2-cost inkable 1/2. Nothing huge right off the rip, but it does quest for 2. And then its ability, No Place I'd Rather Be. At the start of your turn, if this card's in your discard, you may play her. She enters play exerted. The first card that we can just play straight from the discard, no exceptions, just flip it in there exerted, and it's on your board. Again, there's no way to get rid of this card except to put it in the inkwell. I mean, you can just play it over and over. And I've seen it used very well against the red decks that have the board wipes. It doesn't work against Under the Sea, but any other like Big Sisu, other kinds of board wipes, this card just punishes them, puts something right back on the board, and they've got to deal with it all over again. Goes great in lots of amber decks, whether it's aggro or just looking for a little bit more reach. Number 3, Maui Half Shark. What a beast of a card. Oh my gosh. Another example of evasive becoming a lot more popular in this set. It's a 6-cost inkable, 7/5, and it's going in the red-blue deck and just wreaking havoc on everyone. Okay, so it only quests for 1, but the main ability, whenever this character challenges another character, you can return an action card from your discard to your hand. Red-blue is now recurring actions, folks. That's where we're at in life. We've made it here somehow. And then whenever you play an action, gain a lore. So not only are you challenging with a 7/5, you're recurring actions, you're also gaining lore every time you play those actions. It's a broken card. It's so good. It pairs up great with the items that Red Blue already has common access to, like the Vitalisphere to rush in and challenge right away. Pairs well with Popsicle to heal up and just keep challenging. Shield of Virtue to re-ready it, challenge again, get another action, play it, gain another lore. It's just a great card, combos well into red-blue. All right, moving to number 2, Sail the Azurite Sea. Now, how did a common card get in the top 2 cards from this set? Well, this card has a very powerful effect for blue ramp decks. So it's a 2-cost inkable. The inkable is important because it allows for consistency in those blue decks. Normally where they're playing things like 1-jump and how far, they need a little bit of room for inkable cards. And it says this turn, you may put an additional card from your hand into your inkwell face down, draw a card. So it's just as powerful as 1-jump where you play it for 2 and you're ramping that turn, but it's replacing itself into your hand and you get to pick which card is being inked into your inkwell. So you don't have to worry about dimes getting accidentally flipped over. You don't have to worry about losing your good removal top end cards into your inkwell. Sail the Azurite Sea gives you the option. It's so much more flexible, and also it's inkable. The only drawback is it's an action, not a song, so you can't sing it, but playing this on 2 or 3 and then having more options to go with after you've already done your second ink, this card is just an amazing added level of consistency in getting those ramp openings for blue decks. And we're seeing it as 4-ofs, 3-ofs in so many different variants of red, blue, blue steel already. So great card, very powerful, very commonly used in the meta so far. All right, are you ready? If you're ready to see what the number 1 card is, I want you to like this video, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and we are gonna get right into the number 1 card so far in the Azurite Sea meta. I'm pretty sure you already know what it is. Genie Wish Fulfilled. This card is absolutely insane, guys. A 4-cost uninkable, 2/4, evasive, quest for 2, replaces itself. You heard that right. 2/4, checks all the damage boxes for most of the steel removal spells early in the game. Evasive, can't be challenged easily by a lot of characters. Quest for 2, that's tempo, that's value. Replaces itself, that's card advantage, that's value. I mean, the card does everything. It challenges into Shift Diablos. In fact, this is one of the reasons we've seen such a downtick in Shift Diablos. Everybody was complaining about it last set, saying this card is ruining the game. And then Genie comes right in here and says, I've got something to say about that. Absolute amazing card. The foils are going for like $30 as a rare. That's insane. Unheard of value for a rare card in Lorcana. So yeah, Genie's gonna round out the top of our list at the number 1. It's a almost staple 4-of in every purple deck. They've adopted it so quickly. It's being used in every tournament, every purple deck. Great card, so powerful effect. And there you have it, guys. The top 10 cards, in my opinion, of the Azurite Sea meta so far. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Did I miss any cards from this set? Or do you think that my ordering was pretty accurate? Would you change any of the standings? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. I love discussion. I want to see some discussion going on in the comments about what you guys think about this meta and how these cards are having an impact. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Mason. This is Lightly Lorcana, and we'll see you in the next one.